Welcome, collectors, and thank you for joining me for this brand new edition of Diecast Emporium. In today's video, we will be examining the DCP by First Gear 1/64 scale Kenworth K-100 cab-over engine flat top with a vintage 40-foot dry goods trailer. But more importantly than that, this is in the Gold Nugget livery, which is extremely appealing and attracting. This truck is obviously part of their vintage trucking line, and it is a limited edition collectible. Taking a look at the packaging first, before we get into the unboxing process, we can see that it is not the same DCP by First Gear style packaging that we have come to expect from their 1/64 scale trucks. You can see that the packaging style mimics the brand of what is inside with the color scheme of the truck. That I quite like. It is a nice detraction from the standard plain Jane First Gear DCP packaging. DCP by First Gear Gold Nugget 1/64 scale limited edition diecast collectible. These are adult collectibles with a recommended age minimum of 14 plus. Vintage Kenworth K-100. Top of the box has the Kenworth logo. Gold Nugget, same thing on the sides. Gold Nugget with a nice picture of the old vintage truck. And again, on this side flap, we have Gold Nugget as well. On the back, we have a bit of reading to do, so let's not waste any more time. Gold Nugget, you're looking at the new gold standard in trucking. The special limited edition Gold Nugget trucks from the 1980s had unique features, including a 4-color custom paint job in gold, black, and earth tones with a specially designed vinyl interior. It also included a golden insignia and the deluxe chrome package. The Gold Nugget is as beautiful as it is rare. You can discover this piece of trucking history right now, but hurry, only a handful of lucky collectors can stake a claim on this 1/64 scale diecast metal replica. The rush is on. Drive gold. And then over here, I quite like this nice little subtle touch. You have a gentleman panning for gold, limited edition Gold Nugget. Finally, the last bit of information on the box is located underneath, where you can see DCP by First Gear. I purchased mine from the Construction Diecast store, constructiondiecast.com. You can see their information there. So if you want one of these models for your collection, click on the link that is in this video's description. It will take you straight to this product's listing. Speaking of this product, here is the item number for it. It is 69-1031. All right, what do you say we now get this thing out of the box? All you have to do is open up one of these side flaps. Pretty easy and straightforward. The first time that you get this out of the box, because it is housed in 2 plastic pull-apart formers, you will need to cut some tapes on the plastic formers. But before we get to that, we have some documentation that is included in this model. So let's go ahead and read this now. Limited edition Gold Nugget First Gear Inc. proudly presents this limited edition 1/64 scale Kenworth K-100 COE flat top and vintage 40-foot dry goods trailer diecast replica. We can see here that we now know how limited it is. It is limited to a production run of 750 units. Here is your autograph. It's been certified by Rich Knight, who is the current president of First Gear Incorporated. And then there's the DCP by First Gear logo. Pretty nice. And you can see it's kind of printed on that vintage style paper. Again, just small, subtle details that I personally really like. Details make everything. Okay, let's get back to the model. Here again, we can see it's housed in 2 plastic pull-apart formers. So let's lift up on the first one. Here is the first thing out of the box, which is our vintage 40-foot trailer. Next is our Kenworth K-100 tractor. And the only other thing in the box, just it's there if you need it, is a spare set of side view mirrors should you lose or need an extra set. All right, let's begin with the details and decals on the Kenworth K-100 tractor. As with any cab-over design, you're going to have quite a lot of details that really you don't find on most modern-day trucks, at least here in the States, because the cab-over design, for the most part, has gone the way of the dodo bird, mostly for safety reasons here in the U.S. But on this version, we can take a trip back to the 1980s, where music was actually music and trucks were trucks. You can have chrome on your exhaust, on your stacks, on your horns, even on your grab rails, and on your mirrors. Obviously, your tanks are chrome as well. Your wheels are chrome, wrapped in rubber tires. There's also some beautifully presented diamond plating texturing here, and also a 5th wheel. The back of the truck has rubber mud flaps, which are flexible and have the Kenworth logo on them. This side of the truck, again, pretty identical to what we saw on the other side, but here is my favorite part, the front, where you have that beautifully presented cab-over K-100 design. You even have these small pull-down hand rails where, of course, you would grab onto these when you are tilting the cab forward for maintenance. Your chrome grille, your chrome bumper, and there is some detail inside of the cab. Okay, let's get on to functionality now with the truck. There is working steering. As you can see here, it is notched rather than variable, but that is nice to see nonetheless. Obviously, your fifth wheel will work as well. Your truck rolls just fine on all of its rubber tires. The doors do not open on the truck, which is a bit of a disappointment because it certainly highlights the beautifully presented decal and color design actually on the cab of the truck as well, and the interior does have some detail too. Let's see if the cab does tilt forward, so allow me to bring this truck towards me just for a moment, and I'm happy to report that this cab does tilt forward, and inside you can see some nice under-the-hood components such as your engine, muffler, and other mechanical components. That's the truck. Let's move on to the trailer. All right, taking a look now at this vintage 40-foot dry goods trailer. Obviously, you can see that it is in the same color scheme as the Gold Nugget tractor or the truck, which, again, is absolutely beautiful. You have more or less this copper or slightly off brown top, black stripe, then a gold stripe, and then a black stripe at the very bottom. Chrome wheels. Your landing legs are functional, so you can lower them if you want to by simply unscrewing them, as I am showing you here, so the trailer can stand by itself. If you want them out of service, as if the trailer is connected to the truck, all you got to do is screw them back up the other way, and now they are out of service. Looking underneath of the trailer, you can see that the insert for the trailer is a black plastic piece. There is a spare tire provided, and this also gives us a good look at the tread pattern on the wheels. Moving along to the rear of the trailer, you can see once again that this trailer also has the same Kenworth mud flaps that the truck does, and the doors at the rear will open. Also, it's very helpful, like I do have here, to use a pointer tool to help you get these doors open. Same thing on this side of the trailer, which I think looks very, very sharp. Finally, at the front of the trailer, you have more casted-in designs, including where all of your airlines would plug in from your tractor to your trailer, but those are just for aesthetic looks. They are not functional. For the last part of the video, let's join truck to trailer to show you how they look together. You just drop the kingpin in to the fifth wheel, and there you go. You have a 1980s truck and trailer set. Overall, this Gold Nugget set by DCP by First Gear in 1/64 scale is a must-own collectible if you are a fan of vintage trucks, specifically trucks from the 70s or the 80s. The cab-over design is beautifully replicated and only looks better in this limited edition production run of the Gold Nugget scheme. You can purchase this truck, as I said at the beginning of the video, from ConstructionDiecast.com. There is a link in the video's description. As always, I am Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you are not already, please subscribe to us here on Diecast Emporium. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, take care, be safe, be well. I'll see you in the next review.